I have a special message for Primerica leaders that I'm excited to share with you today. You know, Primerica as a team has never been more successful than we are right now. Just think about it. We're at a record level of protection in force, approaching $1 trillion of term life insurance protection in force on middle-income families. We've never been there before. In addition, our investment sales and assets under management are at record levels, and we continue to break records each and every month. Our mortgage business is up 30%. Most important of all, our field leader income the last 12 months set an all-time record at $1,240 million paid to our sales force in the last year. Absolutely amazing where we are. We have so much to celebrate. We have so much to be thankful for. But as sure as the sun comes up in the morning, when you achieve a level of success you've never been at, something else happens. Imposters emerge. They start to try to steal our success, and they start to try to steal our field leaders. So today I want to talk to you about how to make sure that we don't let that negative element overcome all the positives. Because like all things in life, I believe leaders need an action plan. So I want to share an action plan for our leaders today, and I want you to take action on these points. First thing is, you need to know the facts. Don't count on others to dispel the myths and rumors. You know that people are going to over-promote products, over-promote opportunities when they're competing with you. Make sure that you're an expert on the facts. You've got to become an authority. You know, the claims that people are making, particularly right now, almost all those imposter companies are selling Index Universal Life. And they're calling it the best evolution of Buy Term and Invest the Difference. It has absolutely nothing to do with Buy Term and Invest the Difference. And you need to go out and get the facts. Now look, I'm not a computer expert, I'm an ancient old baby boomer. But I went out there and Googled one of those companies' names and their product and a sales brochure. And you know what I got? A sales brochure. And it's got all the facts about the product on it right now, like the incredible expenses. Expense deducted from premium, 7.5% before a single dollar goes to work for a family, protecting them or being invested for their future, 7.5% off the top. Then they've got monthly contract fees, monthly cost of insurance, which is much more expensive than buying term insurance separately, and monthly unit expense charges. Then they've got redemption charges when you take your money out. You pay to put your money in, you pay to take it out, and if you don't redeem it, if you don't surrender it, you say, I'm going to borrow it instead, you get charged interest. Just go out and find the facts about how these products are priced, and you'll find that they're not what people that are promoting them say. The investment in an indexed variable or index universal life product, okay? The index itself, if you just know the facts about the index, most of them are not total return indexes like we're accustomed to. They're price return indexes, point to point, which means they only give you credit for the movement in the stock price. You get no credit for dividends. And then if you really want to learn about them, just go out and plug into your favorite search engine, Index Universal Life Class Action Lawsuits. And you'll get a whole list of all the things about Universal Life that people are taking legal action against both the selling companies and the salespeople for putting that product in force. You need to be an expert on the competition's product. But you know, they also talk about their opportunity. They talk about that they've got a better opportunity than Primerica when they're trying to recruit your leaders. So I did the same thing. I just went out and put in the name of one of those companies and said, I want a compensation PDF. Here's what I got, okay? And it's got all the information in here about their compensation plan, which they claim to has the highest compensation in the industry. Well, it says right here that their total field payout's 143%. At Primerica, our maximum field payout's 190%. So number one, I don't know what they're talking about because 143 is not bigger than 190. But then if you turn the page, you find out that they've got different tiers of compensation. They've got platinum compensation, which is the 143%, but it only applies to one company that they represent. All the other companies are on compensation grids lower, some down as low as a total payout of 90%. All that's right in their brochures. So when people start to recruit your people, just pull out the facts, just get it in writing and be an expert on the product, be an expert on the compensation, be an expert on ownership. I hear people talking about we've broken the code on ownership. Folks, we have an ownership program that is absolutely the best and most unique in the industry. It absolutely has broken the code in the last 30 years we've had ownership. We've executed over 500 successful ownership transactions, and it's been fair to the seller as well as fair to the buyer and fair to everyone else involved because it values the income stream for your business that you built without disrupting anybody that's upline from you. That's the magic. If you sell a book of business, you're going to screw up everybody's business. You sell an agency, you're going to screw up everybody's compensation above you. Our ownership plan is unique. It's the best in the industry. And then I hear these opportunities talking about equity. You get equity in the company. Well, if the company's not a publicly traded company, how do you know whether that equity has any value at all or not? You see, Primerica's awarded over $1 billion of value in Primerica stock to RVPs that have earned it at Primerica. We've got a real equity program. Become an expert on all the details of the opportunity. Number two is you need to prepare your team. Hiding your team from these facts is the worst thing you can do because they're going to be exposed to them. It's like trying to grow children in a cocoon. You know, at some point they're going to be exposed to the evils of the world. You need to teach them how to do that, how to deal with those evils inside your home, inside your office, before they're exposed to them outside your office. So make sure you prepare your team. Make sure that they know why people are saying what they say, because it's difficult, to demonstrate. It's a vague concept. People talk about concepts, they don't talk about facts. That's why you need to know the facts. Make sure that you prepare your team. The third thing I'd encourage you to do as your action plan is have confidence. Have confidence that the company will fight to protect your business. You see, we're going to enforce our contracts. We're going to make sure that we do everything we can to enforce the contracts of people that leave us, and we are going to do our best to collect debit and roll-up balances from those people on your behalf. Now, I will tell you, trying to clean that up after people have left is very difficult and probably not satisfying. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure in this circumstance. So you need to get in front of this and not say, I'm going to be happy when somebody comes in behind a leader leaving and cleans it up for me. What you need to do is prevent it, but we will fight for your business if it does happen to you. And then the last piece of advice I would give you to put on your action plan is use these events to ignite a crusade. Man, I'm getting excited because the crusade is back. Index Universal Life is so bad. I believe it's the worst product the industry's ever invented, but it's ignited a crusade because now there's a wrong that we can go out there and right. And we're finally getting uncomfortable. We're finally getting mad. We're finally taking action, and that excites me because it's time to be bold in going out and fighting for the right kinds of products for middle-income families like we sell. This is a special time. It's a time to protect the business that you've built. But it's also a time to build an even greater and more successful business. I'm so honored to work shoulder to shoulder with each and every one of you, the greatest leadership team anywhere in financial services, every single day, and I'm proud to be your teammate.